Hello everyone, Science Viking here, and we're ready for the third level in this campaign. I'm obviously still at the end of level screen from the second mission. Well, let's start the next one. Click the next level button correctly.
Friday, August 8th, Otto Ferry. Our vanguard has crossed the Scamander unchallenged and remains hidden on the southern bank of the river. Their assault will begin 2 hours after midnight against Shiver's right flank, at the same time the Madrigal garrison throws open the Gate of Storms and attacks her from the front. But I won't be anywhere near Madrigal when this happens. An hour before the main attack, a small group of men and I will head in the opposite direction and strike at the enemy camp alone, hoping to divert forces and attention from the city before the real battle begins. The plan is to fight our way across a bridge and into the captured village of Comfort. From there, we'll locate the enemy camp and create as much of a diversion as possible. Every thrall that remains in the camp to deal with us is one less that our main force must hack to pieces at Madrigal.
So, yep, massive, awesome, epic scale battle going on, and we are the distraction. It is an important job, I'll give it that, but it's a bit less glamorous than you would expect, that we are basically just the diversion and the main force and all of their stuff will happen off screen. Anyway, I'm going to quick start us up a fresh recording file, so I'll be back in a second.
Watch out for those goals.
Alright, we're back. Let's continue with our very important, epic distraction. Well, like I said, it really is an important job. It's just not as cool as you would expect, seeing as this is a video game. Anyway, our first challenge is these 2 groups of goals. It's easier to get these goals to actually fight your warriors than it is to get other goals to do that. So, I'm just going to split the warriors into 2 groups and send them after them. You may also notice that, something is missing. What could it be? Oh yes, my own units aren't randomly being blown up. Yeah, we don't have any dwarves in this mission. Honestly, it is actually a disadvantage, but it's not as bad as it seems, because they did design the level based upon the idea that you won't have dwarves. So, well, it's challenging. They don't generally pit you against anything you'd really need dwarves for. And these guys have apparently gotten stuck. I'll let those warriors take care of the goals. Took a little bit of damage, but not much. And now we advance across the bridge. There's going to be an ambush as soon as we get there, but I have a plan. Sorta.
Yes.
Alright. Keep moving.
Ready.
And yep, we have a couple of errant soulless just wandering across the bridge. They should be easy to take out.
Step aside. Step aside. Hey, sir. Hey, step aside.
Right.
Stand clear. Step aside.
Almost got him.
That was mine.
And the other one. Alright. You want to be careful because when we cross the bridge we're going to be emerging straight into a crossfire. The enemy was smart and set up an ambush.
Yes?
Fortunately, we don't quite outnumber them, but our numbers are a lot more similar to their numbers than they usually are.
Ready. Ready.
So we can just overwhelm them.
Yes. We're moving. Sir? Step aside. Stand clear.
Alright, and warriors now go after that. Archers are mostly just going to run away. There is a plan.
Let's get them. We're on it.
That plan could basically be described as taking advantage of the fact that it's possible to split the enemy force into a couple of groups, and then fight those groups mostly separately. Alright.
Yes.
Okay, most of you go after the... In fact, the soulless are dead. All of you go after the thrall. Okay, we lost an archer. That's less than good.
Stand clear.
Casualty.
Got him.
And stay down. And stay down. We're on.
Step aside. Yes. Step aside. Hey.
Alright, split the warriors in half again. Half of them
Stand clear.
going after the thrall. The other half going after the soulless.
Step aside.
This may seem like a fairly costly exchange, and it is actually reasonably costly for us. But this one fight actually represents the majority of the combat in this level. After we deal with this group, the majority of the rest of the level is going to be about avoiding fights rather than getting into them. Alright, and now, archers versus warriors. Let's see who gets there first.
Yes, sir.
Hey, move it. Step aside.
Okay, archers need to stop or there'll be friendly fire. The warriors have this one handled. Okay, that warrior's not in very good shape. I really wish I had a journeyman for this one, but I don't.
Yes, sir.
Fortunately, like I said, that was the majority of the fighting.
Yes, sir.
Now we just need to work our way back here, and relatively soon we'll encounter a new enemy type.
Yes.
Just keep walking.
Yes, sir.
That is one of the... I'm not entirely sure I'd call it a downside to this game, but I guess one of the downsides to this game is there are occasionally sections like this where for a decent stretch of time you're basically just walking in a direction without combat.
Yes.
It's kind of necessary for how some of the levels are put together to have some downtime for ambushes, but at the same time I could see how someone could get bored during one of these segments. And we have contact, and this is a new enemy type. This is a white. Whites explode. They explode when you kill them, and their attack is to waddle up to melee range and then self-destruct. That's the only thing they can do. The thing is, their explosion does a lot of damage, and it inflicts a stun effect.
Yes. Got it.
Sir? Stand clear. Stand clear.
And yeah, they also are specially programmed so the way they walk around makes it hard for archers to hit them.
That was mine.
Okay. And also, yes, in addition to their other there was a white, I was just explaining it, weren't you listening? In addition to their other properties,
Yes.
whites are filled with shrapnel.
Ready.
Those shrapnel are what's called pus packets. They basically fly off like smaller grenades and then detonate to kill. And then detonate when they hit the ground. Or hit one of your guys. So even if you think you're outside of the range of the explosion, some of the shrapnel can still hit you. And it can mess you up quite a bit. Okay, this white has finally decided to actually come straight for us, which is perfect. And he's changed his mind. Yeah. They specifically designed the white's movement patterns to mess with the way that the archers aim. They did this job very well. Some might say too well.
Ready.
And now we have goals. And those soulless represent the force we're actually here to distract.
Sir? Got it.
Sir?
Now we just need to get close enough to get their attention. Without hopefully fighting the goals too much.
Yes, sir.
Stand clear.
Yes.
Step aside.
Got it.
Okay, gonna retreat a little bit.
Order, sir. We're on it.
Have the warriors just go after the goals. There will be a line. Yep.
Let's get back across the bridge.
Hey, ready. Hey, step aside.
And that's the line.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's it. Now that we've heard that line, they're following us, and now we just need to get across the bridge.
Hey.
However, whites.
Stand clear.
Yes.
I actually happen to own the official strategy guide for this game, and it just straight up says if you lose all your archers partway through this mission, restart. You've lost.
Ready.
I mean, that's technically not 100% true. If you run out of archers, you can theoretically have one warrior suicide against each white you need to detonate,
Yes.
but you'll run out of warriors pretty fast doing that, because there are a lot of them.
We're moving. Yes.
At this point, it does not really matter what path
Sir?
we take, as long as we end up
Stand
on the
clear.
other side of the bridge.
Stand clear.
We also don't need to worry about the enemy losing interest in us. Once we've had that line of dialogue, they will continue following us until we
Yes.
get across the bridge.
Hey, move it. Hey, move it. Stand clear.
Got it.
Oh crap, I
Yes.
can't do that.
Ready. Hey, move it.
Okay. Keep moving.
Yes.
Run and shoot and run and shoot and run and shoot and run and shoot.
Step aside.
It's often a good idea in this situation to stop, let your
Ready?
archers take a single volley at a white, and then go back to moving. Your archers will pretty much set the pace of
Hey, move it.
how fast your force as a whole moves.
Got it.
Because your warriors
Yes.
move faster than your archers, so if
Step
the
aside.
warriors stop and the archers keep moving, the warriors will be able to catch up.
Stand clear. Hey, move it. That was mine.
Okay. Don't attempt to clear out all the whites. It wouldn't surprise me if someone has attempted this, but I've never seen footage of it, using the large number of whites that you have here to take out the horde that you're supposed to be distracting. Just tricking the undead into getting too close to the whites and then setting off the whites using your archers and then killing them. It's something I've done in other levels, but I've never attempted to use that to beat this horde. Another important thing to remember, every one of your units moves faster than whites, so as long as you have enough space to retreat over, you can just outrun them.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
However, there's one final white who's standing directly on the bridge, who we have to take out. Almost.
Stand clear. That was mine.
And now, also, whites share the ability of Thrall to survive underwater. So they, as you can see, some of them are actually hiding in the river. I don't know if they were there the whole time or what, but they're there now. Also, I suppose now you're seeing what I meant when I said that the fight on when we first crossed the bridge was the majority of the combat for this mission.
Step aside. Yes.
Running.
Yes.
And we have goals.
We're on it.
Okay, warriors, take care of them.
And stay down. We're moving.
I kind of wanted to avoid any more casualties. I didn't really have to do that. I could have just kept running, but I want to keep as many of my guys alive as I can, and we have won. That's the end of the level. Just get your guys across the bridge. And that's that. And once again, the dwarf, who wasn't even in this level, is listed as a hero. He does have quite a few kills. It's actually quite impressive that Yeboah, or however you pronounce that guy's name, is actually has almost as many kills as him, having 10 to the other guys, to the dwarf's 11, since this is an archer being compared to a dwarf. And we had a pretty respectable kill ratio too, of 11 to 1. You know, 13 goals, 12 soulless, 12 thrall, and 10 whites. This is what I mean when I say that the enemy composition of this level is really different than what you would get in a level where you had dwarves, since now a big glob of thrall is a serious threat. Anyway, of that, well, let's hope that the video saves properly. I had a previous attempt at recording this level, And it seemed to be going really well until I watched the footage and discovered that there were some serious frame rate drops. So here's hoping that didn't happen again. I'm looking at the FPS counter and it says 30 FPS, so let's hope it's not lying. But anyway, with that, that's the end for this part. And so, as usual, this is Science Viking signing off. I love you all, and I'll see you next time.